I lack nothing, King David said. We are living at a time where we rarely see or hear leaders who publicly confess that they are led by a higher power, or in other terms, God. Among the few in our days who honors the diversity and yet unashamed of their confession of faith and their belief in God was the late Queen Elizabeth II. If I would use the metaphor of the psalmist, she was one of the great shepherds of our time. Her greatness was made visible publicly in the past few weeks. But the climax of all that was Monday, when millions of people around the world, and even 500 leaders of nations, they were pulled to London, attracted to London, or come to London to witness that. Queen Elizabeth was a rare icon of great leader who always carried the torch of hope, peace, and love wherever she went. She stood tall above all other prominent leaders of all times because of who she was and what she stood for. She believed in unchanging principles of faith in a changing world. She was a woman with powerful presence, as echoed by so many people in the last few weeks. Her presence often expressed in the service of love, caring for the people, not only here in the UK, in the Commonwealth, and also in all other countries that she visited during her reign. She was a beacon of light to all nations. She always visiting countries, building bridges among leaders, and very much concerned to those who were lagging behind in development, especially in many underdeveloped nations, the marginalized, and the poor, voiceless people around the world. I want to recall a few words from a poem that was read in Parliament on Friday after she died. I quote, "The Queen was known from the north to the south, from the east to the west. She works in weekdays and rests on Sunday because of her faith. She was indeed a unique gift of God in our time." Imagine a world without her. It would be a different world altogether. But God, in his wisdom, used her as her vehicle in order to propagate the faith, share the faith of love throughout the world, and also democracy. Her humble feminine presence, her patience, wisdom, and love was very, very much influential. It diffuses so many tensions in the national and global level. Within the Commonwealth, many smaller nations like Fiji would still be struggling today to keep up with the rest if there was no family presence, a mother, a grandmother, to be around as a mother of the Commonwealth. Few remarks that I captured in the last couple of days, weeks, from around the world, and one of them from a Canadian mother who said, "The Queen was the queen of the world." The President of France, Macron, he said, "For the British, Queen was yours. For us here in France, she is the Queen." She was the iconic product of a different era, who was anointed by God in her coronation service to serve the world with the fear of God. She fashioned her service with humility, dignity, irrespective of color and creed. Psalm 23 that was read this afternoon by a commanding officer column echoes one central idea, and I want to leave it with you this afternoon. And that is the concept of a feminine presence of leadership, of shepherding. A metaphor of a God who serves, God who cares, God who guides, defends, provides, and protects. The safety of his or her people was paramount because of that feminine nature. A mother, God, also a mother, which sometimes is misinterpreted like a soft power to be reckoned in a world of contested power and forces. The type of power that characterizes itself in service of love, peace, and reconciliation between nations. Humility to accept the wrongs of the past, and hope that we can make it together tomorrow and see each other again. Finally, the Queen's power and presence as a great shepherd was manifested in the last couple of days, that even world leaders that didn't even think about it or even dream about it to be in London. It was out of the blue because God summoned one of his own, and that power attracts the world to herself, to show that she has something to teach the world leaders today, the secret of leading people in a very challenging time that we are facing today. The Lord is my shepherd.